Hey guys, it is June 3rd, Wednesday, June 3rd. Yesterday for your writing assignment, we've been talking about a personal narrative. Personal narrative is a true story all about me or you, and it's memorable, okay? So our memorable short moment or small moment is about going on the field trip in October to the dairy farm and being able to feed the baby calves, right? That's what we're writing about. So I gave you an assignment to copy exactly what I wrote the day before. And then yesterday I gave you the same type of an assignment, only it was you were writing something different, right? Here is what you were writing yesterday. Do you remember this? Now I can't read from the back side because my writing's not on this side, so I'm going to turn it around because I don't remember exactly what we wrote. The lady in the barn told us how to feed the calves. She showed us the very big bottle. We fed the baby calves only water. Do you remember that? We fed them only water. Okay, do you remember I put a number 2 up in the corner because that was your second page. You were supposed to draw the picture and make some extra detail in the picture, and I said that I would like you to color it, and it needed to be a separate page. So today we're going to work on our third page, so you're going to put a number 3 on that third page, and this is the picture we are going to be working on. This is feeding the baby calves. Oh, we have to write a little bit of detail about feeding the baby calves. How can we give some detail about what feeding the baby calves was like? Feeding the baby calves was so much fun, right? Wasn't it? Wasn't it fun to feed those baby calves? They sucked so hard on the bottle, I almost lost it out of my hands. How many of you can say that that almost happened to you? They were sucking so hard on the bottle that it almost came out of your hands. Or maybe you could say, I had to share the bottle with Shilea. Or I had to share the bottle with Joseph so that they could feed the baby calf too. And while I was not feeding the baby calf, there was a kitten that came up to see me. There's a lot of things we could put in there. Let's think about that. What do you think? Can you think about some details that you would like to write and put in this story? I think this is what I would like to do. We, because all of us got to do this, fed the calves. And remember, a plural for calf, more than one, is calves, and it's C-A-L-V-E-S instead of C-A-L-F. We fed the calves with a very big, remember, very big describes the baby bottle. It wasn't a normal size baby bottle, was it? It was a very big baby bottle because calves are a lot bigger than a human baby, right? So they need a larger bottle to drink from. Okay, so I'm writing, we fed the calves with a very big bottle filled with water, because that describes what we're feeding the calves, right? So we fed the calves with a very big bottle filled with water. Now, when we are writing sentences in second grade, we are not writing sentences that have only 3 or 4 words. We have to start to make our sentences longer. We're going to stretch them out, and we're going to add more words to the sentence because we're stretching them out. We want to give more details to what's in the sentence. Why? Because it makes it more interesting. Instead of just saying, we fed the calves with a bottle. Can you see that in your picture? Or can you see a picture in your head about we fed the calves with a bottle? Well, does this sound a little more interesting? We fed the calves with a very big bottle filled with water. Oh, a very big bottle, and it was filled with water, so that's what they were drinking. We know what they were drinking. They weren't drinking milk, they were drinking water. So that's some detail, and we want to add that to it to make it a more interesting story. Now, I know I've talked to you about when you read to use expression because that makes it more interesting, especially when you're reading to someone else. Well, now we want to make it more detailed so that it's more interesting when we're reading it, right? Okay, so we fed the calves with a very big bottle filled with water. And I need a period at the end. We got to share with our friends. We got to share the bottle. And why did we share the bottle with our friends? Does anybody know? Why did you share the bottle with your friends? So everyone got a turn, right? Now, we could talk about the kitty, but if we talk about the kitty in the barn, guess what? We're not thinking about our small moment about feeding the calves in the calf barn. We're making it bigger. We're stretching it out maybe too far right now. That would be something that after you get used to writing, you could talk about the kitty in the barn. But I think we're going to stick with this. We fed the calves with a very big bottle filled with water. We got to share. I'm going to have to rewrite this because I made a mistake. You guys can't copy it with a mistake in it. We got to share the bottle with our friends so that everyone got a turn. Is that important? Yes. All right. Look okay? Now again, I know that looks like it's probably a lot of writing to you, but we have to get used to our hands doing some writing like this because in second grade, you'll be expected to write like this. You will be expected to fill in with detail. Okay? So guess what? I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm going to put it at the bottom of the Google form, and I want you to copy what you see on your paper underneath the picture that you are going to draw of you holding a baby bottle and feeding a calf. Okay? You are going to draw this picture. Now, can you add detail? Absolutely. Was he standing in the air? Was the calf you were feeding standing in the air? No. He was standing in hay, wasn't he? Wasn't there hay that he was standing in? I bet there was. So you can draw hay. And maybe you can draw the window behind because some of the barn was open. You could do that. Or maybe the fence that stood right here. You could draw that too. Okay? So think about the things that you can do. Have fun. I'll see you tomorrow.